Happy Monday, mid-Missouri. Today is a weather alert day for the chance for some severe storms this evening. We're tracking three main things: timing, hazards, and impacts. Timing looks like generally after the dinner hour tonight and through the late evening into the midnight hour for most of us, especially the later in the evening, the further east you go. All types of severe weather are possible, including the potential for an isolated tornado, but our main impacts are going to be hail and wind damage, and that would be on an isolated basis and likely some widespread heavy rain. So a lot of things to track here today. In addition to that, we've got some dense fog this morning. But beyond this morning, we're tracking this warm front lifting through the area where we could see not only cloudy and mild conditions, but maybe an isolated shower, or maybe an isolated thunderstorm as well. Now, given the isolated nature of the early onset of the rainfall, most of us will stay dry until the dinner hour itself. We'll say 5 o'clock. As you're headed home from work, things are looking okay, unless you got to go west. You got to go to Kansas City. You're going to run through a line of thunderstorms, and this is what we're watching that would have the potential to be strong to severe. It would be this batch likely south of I-70. Let's move this forward. Notice we've got the warm front on here. This is what's probably most important, more so than what you're looking at here to the south. Where you're looking at rain, that may very well be different. Overall timing should be ideally right here, but the main focus is where are you in regards to the warm front, because if you're south of this warm front, that's where you have the better chance for a strong to severe storm this evening around 7 o'clock and later. It's moving its way closer to Boonville, Columbia, California, Jefferson City, closer to around that 7 to 10 o'clock time frame. And again, if you're out ahead of this cold front, south of the warm front, this is going to be that box where the best chance for severe weather is. I'm not going to rule out a chance for a strong to severe storm near Brunswick, Paris, Moberly, or Macon. But again, this is that window where we're going to be most concerned with late tonight. So here we are, 10 o'clock Monday. Fast forward to around midnight tonight, and we're seeing the worst of that thunderstorm potential pushing off towards the east of mid-Missouri. As that cold front pushes all that through, we're looking dry throughout the majority of your morning hours. We may have a few stray showers out there to track early Tuesday morning, but for the most part, things are looking dry on your Tuesday, and we should even see some sunshine try to fill in as well. Of course, not going to be a mostly sunny day, but it won't likely be overcast. We're going to save that for Wednesday as some of those low clouds start to fill back in. So tonight we're looking at a generally low threat across the board, but all threats are possible. So we'll have the potential for some isolated wind damage, isolated hail potential. The tornado threat is non-zero. It's there, but it's pretty low. We'll likely see if we see a tornado, it would likely be a quick spin-up type tornado, wouldn't likely be a long track tornado, but still a serious threat that we should keep in mind and plan for tonight. Flash flooding threats rather low as well. That looks like it's weakened over the last 24 hours in the last update. So that's something that we're going to keep in mind, but overall threats are low. It's just this time of year we're not exactly expecting severe weather, right? I know that may catch some folks off guard, so we've gone ahead with the weather alert day, and the best thing that you can do is make sure your NOAA weather radio is working. Download the ABC 17 Storm Track weather app as well. That will alert you if your weather radio by chance isn't set up right, or maybe the batteries die. If you don't, make sure it's plugged in. But overall, it's a good idea to have two ways of receiving alerts, and then have a plan. Know what you're going to do in the middle of the night, because you may not have time to think. We do have, again, one of the worst case scenarios, of course, would be the tornado risk. Tornado risk is focused mainly, again, south of that warm front, south of I-70. It's going to include communities like California, Jefferson City, Osage Beach, really the entire lake area, all the way over to Warsaw, Owensville, Rolla, I-44. If you're near that, you're in that window as well. It's about a 2% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of any given location. So again, a rather low risk, but it's there. We can't ignore it, especially this time of the year where folks are kind of not expecting it, any type of severe weather. Again, we know we can get severe weather all the way at any time of the year, but I know a lot of folks not expecting it. As far as temperatures go, temperatures are going to remain fairly steady throughout the day, not climbing a whole lot from the low 50s this morning into the near 60-degree territory this afternoon. That's for Columbia. If you find yourself in Jefferson City, add about 4 to 5 degrees to that. You're looking a little warmer. And then heading into Tuesday, behind that cold front, we really don't see a true wind shift until Tuesday night into Wednesday. And that's going to keep temperatures in the 50s throughout the day on Tuesday, into the 30s on your Wednesday. Thursday as well. Friday, we're in the mid-40s. And then Saturday and Sunday, a bit of a question mark, but it looks like we should remain somewhere in the 40s. chances for rain may start to develop as well.